Today I'm going to show you a lion that got forgotten over the years, a cub that has a very curious story and some theories that could explain why he's not present in any of the movies. This is Malka, the brother of Simba. In 2004 a comic got released. It was called Simba's New Brother. In this comic we can see this young lion called Malka. He had a golden fur, which makes him very similar to Simba, and a black tuft on his head and ears. This is his story. One day, near the Pride Rock, a young lion called Malka approaches Simba and Nala. Malka was a cub that had lost his pride, but Simba didn't know and was just not happy to have him at his side. As time passes, Malka proves Mufasa and the Pride that he was brave by scaring off the hyenas a couple times. Mufasa, impressed by his behavior, invites Malka to stay with them, eventually forever if they never found his pride. Sarabi tells Simba that Malka was now his new brother and he should treat him as such. But Simba was disgusted of the idea that he will share his position as prince, so he made a plan to get rid of his new brother. One day Simba decides to bring Malka to the gorge, which is located far away from the Pride Rock. He was bringing him there with the excuse that they will play hide and seek. Malka starts counting, but Simba runs away laughing at him, convinced that he will never find a way back. In that moment, Malka starts crying out after Simba, begging him to come back. Simba tries to ignore him, but at last realizes that Malka was extremely scared of something. Afraid that he could be in trouble, Simba comes back, but after returning and seeing that he was in no danger, he confusedly asks him what he was so scared of, especially if we consider that he always acted so brave. He tells Simba that he's never been what everyone thinks he is. He lost his pride so many times and was always frightened of being alone. He was afraid that he had lost Simba too. Now knowing the truth, Simba understands and changes his mind about him, and they decide to go back to the Pride Rock. But right in that moment, they spot a group of hyenas approaching them from behind. Fortunately, Malka saves himself and his brother by finding a small hiding place where hyenas couldn't fit. Upon reaching Pride Rock, Simba sees that Zazu had brought a visitor. Malka immediately recognizes the lioness as his mother. Zazu explains that Malka's pride situates on the other side of the mountains. Before leaving, Simba invites Malka to come back and visit again. At the end, Malka and his mother returned home. And this was the last time Malka was seen. The story of Malka is very bizarre and leaves us with a lot of questions. The biggest of all, what happened to him? This is the time where theories do their job, and these are some that I made and are completely based on my own opinion. You can then tell me what do you think and what's the theory that you prefer. This theory is probably the saddest among the others, but that's not the problem. The real problem is that it's also the most probable. You'll now understand the reason. In the comic, one sentence that Malka says is, "Everyone thinks I'm clever and brave, but I always get lost." Basically, little time after he came back to his pride, he got lost again, but this time he never came back. We don't know if he's dead or alive, but something is sure, he never found a way back, neither to the Pride Lands nor his pride. To give a sense to this theory, we have to first understand how lion prides work. I'll keep this short. Prides are family units. There can be up to 3 males and all lionesses are related. They live in group and they have a territory. And if a lion, accidentally or not, walks on someone else's territory, the lionesses of the pride will fight the intruder because considered a threat. Obviously, Malka was not attacked, as he was just a cub and was clearly lost. But the lions of Malka's pride don't know Lion's behavior of Mufasa's pride. So, what could have happened is that Malka was forbidden to come back to Simba's pride to avoid conflicting problems. This theory is probably the one that we could consider more loyal to the canon storyline. And it says that Malka didn't come back because he's just going on with his life and he is basically busy learning new things. Malka and Simba have quite the same age and they still have no idea on how to hunt or properly behave, and that's something they'll have to learn during their childhood. This doesn't exclude the possibility that maybe one day Malka will return as an adult to the Pride Lands to visit his old friend and brave stepbrother Simba. Now I have a question for you. Which of these theories you like the most? Do you have your own? You can tell me in the comments or in my Discord server, which I invite you to join. If you want more videos like this, please leave a like, I always appreciate it. I'm Ascari and I wish you a good night.